This is the Roulette Master, and if you want to join a community of people that love to play roulette and get better at it every single day of the week, then go ahead and hit the red subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content that releases every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And thanks again for all of you that have put entries in for the bracket challenge, as well as those of you that have sent in systems for the channel. That's fantastic. And today's system is actually one for the bracket challenge. Again, I'm going to post the ones that we haven't seen before in the morning videos as well, and I can't wait to share this one with you. This one was sent in by one of my subscribers, Mark Pfeiffer, and this is a split system. He said that it works fantastic in the live casino because all the numbers that are covered are closest to the 000, and they're in a tight-knit group. So I can't wait to share it with you, and he said it works fantastic. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a split on the 000, and then we'll see, we'll have the 11, 14, and let's put all these out, 26, 27, 25, 28, and I'll get all the bets out here first. We have the 1, 4 included, the 9, 12, the 29, 30, and looks like we have the 2, 3, the 10, 13, 23, 24, and 35, 36. Okay, so that's an $11 total bet, and let's go ahead and get started. And again, the reason we're using these splits is because he says they're very close to the 000. He said 5 on each side of them on the actual roulette wheel. And we started out with a win there. And I'll share with you his progression here once we get a loss. And here we go. Let's get right into it. That's a 16 red. Okay, so when we lose with this, we're going to add $1 to each one of these. There we go. Almost got them. Okay, and we're going to also monitor our profit levels very closely with this system. That's a 7 red there. Okay, that's another loss. So you can see temporarily we're down 26. And now we're going to add another unit to each one of these. All right, now it's time to spin again. Here we go. All right. That is a 0. Okay, so he says that if you're not in profit, then you go ahead. If you get a win and you're not back in session profit, you just rebet the same amount. If you get a loss, then you increase by 1. So here we go. That's a 15 black. So we're going to increase again. So let's add 1 to each one of these. Again, if we get a win but we're not in session profit, we're going to leave the bet the same. All right, it's time to go now. We have 4 on each. And that's a 29 black. Okay, that's a hit. Let's check our session profit levels. We're not in session profit, so we rebet and keep the bets the same. Here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's a win. So I believe we're in session profit. Then we're going to go ahead and back that up all the way to the original bet of $11. So let's do that. Okay, now let's spin again. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, we almost hit the 0 there. That's a 28 black. That's a win, though. We'll take it. And we're up 25 units now. Let's rebet and spin. I know a lot of you like these systems where it's a nice tight group of numbers. And again, there's another win. He says that it covers 5 on each side of the 000, and we're up 32. That's on the actual roulette wheel. And here we go again. Let's spin. That's a 6 black. That's a loss, so we're going to add a unit to each. And we'll go over bankroll and all that good stuff as well here shortly. All right, 22 on there. And obviously, if you increase the size of the units because of table minimums, you'll need to increase the bankroll as well. Okay, we got a win there. We're in session profit, so we're going to back to 11. Again, that's 1 on each of those splits, but you could play it with 5 or with 10 as well. You just need to increase the bankroll. And okay, that's a loss. So we're going to add 1 to each. Here we go. All right, now we're going to spin. Here we go. 22 total numbers covered. And that's a 34 red. That's another loss, so we're going to add 1 to each again. All right, now we're spinning. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a win. That's a 14 red. Okay, we got the win. Let's check our profit levels. And we're not quite in session profit, so we're going to leave it right there. That's a 1 red. Okay, now we're in session profit at 44. We're going to back that up to the original $11 bet. And let's spin. Here we go. So 3 red. And that's a win. We're up 51. Let's go ahead and rebet. And this is a $1,000 bankroll system, which I'm trying to get everyone to use for the bracket challenge so that it's as fair and even as possible. We're up 40, but we lost there, so we're going to increase. And spin. And also too, for those of you that send your systems in, say you have a lot of $10 bets, say you have $150 per spin, I'm going to adjust those so that they're as close to $10 for total bets as possible for the roulette, for the bracket challenge. Now granted, those systems would have a higher chance of busting because everyone has a $1,000 bankroll, but I still think we should keep the bets similar. And here we go again. We increased by a unit. That's a 28 black. Okay, let's check our balance. We're not quite in session profit yet, so we're going to repeat the bet. That's a 2 black. Okay, now we're in session profit. We're up 60 units. So let's back the bets back down to 11. And let's spin. I kind of like 22 numbers because, it gives you a little bit more than, half of the wheel. And there's another loss, though. Let's go ahead and increase by a unit. And the more you play this, the easier it gets, and get used to making the bets. All right, here we go. It's another one of those good systems where you actually win when you hit 0 double 0 as well, which is kind of cool. That's a 25 red. Okay, let's check it out. That's new session profit at 63 units, so we back it back up. Okay, we're at the original $11 bet again. Okay, that's a 16 red. Okay, so we lost, so we're going to increase a unit. Okay, let's spin. That's a 32 red. That's a loss, so we're going to check our balance. We've lost a little so far, but once we get a win, we'll be good. We're going to increase by 1. All right, here we go. And we're going to spin here. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's a 3 red. Okay, that's a win. Let's check our balance. We're not in session profit, so we're going to rebet. Keep the bets the same. We're only going to increase by 1 if we get a loss. And that's a 28 black. That's a win. Let's check our profits. A new session profit level. So we're going to back to 11 and spin. Here we go. That's a 14 red. That's another win. So we know that's session profit. We're up 79 units. And let's spin again. Again, this is a $1,000 bankroll system. And that'll keep you from having a better chance of not busting for sure. Bankroll is key. We're up 86 units now. And you can get some a lot of consecutive wins when you have 22 numbers as well. So let's see if we can do that. There's a 28 black. And now you're seeing finally getting some wins in a row. We're up 93 units. And here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a win. See, I knew eventually we'd get some wins in a row. We're up 100 units now. And let's spin again. That's a 26 black. All right, we're riding the wave now. We're up 107. And spin again. That's another win. That's a 1 red. So we're getting a lot of wins in a row now. And again, with 22 numbers, that'll eventually happen. But you can also get a lot of losses in a row too, just like any other system. If you have, if you have poor numbers show up, and that's 15 black. That's a loss. So remember, we were up. Let's see, we lost 11 there. We were up 114. So remember that, and let's go ahead and increase. Really important to remember those session profit levels. And let's put the bets back out again. Here we go. Okay, now let's spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 20 black. That's another loss. So we're going to add a unit to each again. And again, if you want to use higher starting bets, that's fine. Just remember to increase your bankroll as well. And let's go ahead and spin. Now we're at $33 total bet. All right, 0. That's always good when you're playing a game where you have the 0 split covered. And we're not quite in session profit yet, so we're going to spin again here. That's an 8 black. Okay, we lost, so we're going to add a unit. Now we're going to have 4 on each. Put these back out there. All right, let's spin. 4 on each. That's a $44 total bet. And that's a 34 red. That's another loss. So again, that's why I've been playing longer lately, so that you guys see the good and the bad with every system. And a lot of you have really said you like that in the comments. I'd love to hear from everyone about anything that you think would make the channel better and would make it more realistic. So keep sending that stuff in. That's great. That's a 19 red. That's another loss. So just like we had that string of wins, occasionally you're going to have strings of losses. And you need to know how to deal with that and have the bankroll for it. So now we have 6 on each. Let me fix that one. Okay, so 6 on each. And let's check our balance. We're currently down a little, but that's because we haven't hit in a while. And let's get a win. Remember, we still have our $1,000 bankroll, which is going to really help us. Okay, there's a win, but we're not in session profit, so we're just going to rebet and leave it right where it is until we get back to session profit. There's a 31 black. That's another loss though. So we got a little bit of a hole to dig ourselves out of, but that's why we have that $1,000. And here we go. All right. All right, let's go ahead and spin. That's a 23 red. Okay, there's a win, but we're not in session profit, so we're just going to rebet and leave the bets right where they are. That's a 5 red. And that's another loss, so we're going to keep increasing. Again, that's why we have that $1,000 bankroll. And here we go. All right, $88 total bet now, but if we can get some wins in a row, we'll be just fine. But let's see what we get here. There's a 21 red. That's another loss, so let's check our balance. We're minus 170. We still have a lot of bankroll left, though, so let's keep adding our units. Now we're at 9 each. Okay, and we have a $99 total bet right now. Let's see if we can get a win. That's a 1 red, that's a win. Okay, so we're not in session profit, so we're just going to rebet and leave the bets right where they are. We'll increase by 1 if we get another loss. That's a 28 black. There's another win. Like I said, eventually, with bankroll and patience, it should pull back together if you have once your luck starts turning around. But if you run out of money, then you don't have a chance for that luck to happen. And now we're getting some wins in a row. We're up 19. We're going to leave the bets the same until we're in session profit. If we lose, we'll add a unit. There's a 2 black. Okay, now we're getting some wins. We're still not in session profit, so we're going to spin again. There's a 4 black. That's another win. We're up, now we're in session profit. We're up 145. So then you just back the bets back to 11, to the original starting amount. And you just have to have the patience and bankroll to allow luck to happen in your favor. If you run out of time or money, then then that's no good. So remember that. That's really important. There's a 10 black. There's a win. We're up 152 right now. Let's spin again. There's another win. That's a 1 red. All right. So we're up 159 now. Let's spin again. That's a 36 red. It's another win. So now we're, up on a winning streak again. We were on a losing streak. We're up 166 right now. And here we go. That's a 13 black. That's another win. All right, we're up 173 now. Let's spin. Again, this is a $1,000 bankroll system. $11 starting bet and 29 black. Another win. We're up 180. And here we go again. All right, 00. Okay, we're up 187 now. Let's rebet and spin. That's a 14 red. All right, so we're up 194. Let's spin again. And since all the numbers are close to the zeros, 5 on each side of the 0, 00, that makes it to where you have a nice tight knit group of the wheel, of the numbers on the wheel. And we need to remember we were up 194. We're going to add a unit to each of these. And we're going to spin. Here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a win. And we're in session profit again, so we'll back it back up to 11 and spin. That's a 23 red. That's a nice win. We're up 204. Let's spin again. Okay, that's a 9 red. Okay, we're up 211. All right, let's see what we have here. That's a 7 red. Okay, and with that loss, remember we were up 211. Very important, and we're going to add 1 to each of these. All right, let's spin. See what we get here. Remember we were up 211, very, very important, and that's a 19 red. Okay, that's a loss. We're going to increase by 1. And still remember we were up 211. Here we go. That's a 12 red. That's a win, and we're not quite in session profit, so we're just going to repeat the bet at 33 or 3 on each. There's a 34 red. That's a loss, so we're going to, you see, we're down to 166 now. We're going to add a unit after that loss. Now we'll have 4 on each again. All right, let's spin. That's a 20 black. That's another loss, so we're going to add again. Now we're going to have 5 on each. All right, here we go, $55 total bet. That's a 34 red. Another loss. So we're getting a loss streak again. And that's again why we have our $1,000 bankroll. You have to have it if you're going to get through the tough times. And now we're $6 on each. $66 total bet. That's a 21 red. It's another loss. So we're adding again. 1 on each. We're going to have 7 on each one of these splits now. And that'll be a $77 total bet. But again, we have our $1,000 bankroll. We're still fine. We just need to get some wins. And there's a 3 red. Okay, there's 1 win. We're at 50. We're not in session profit, so we just need to rebet at 50. And that's a 19 red. I mean, rebet at 77. We won 50. And so now we're going to add 1 to each. You get the bets right here. We're going to have 8 on each split. Here we go. All right, let's spin. We just need to get some wins in a row. Again, we need patience and bankroll. We need that $1,000 bankroll we started with. That's an 8 black. That's another loss. So currently we're actually down a little bit now, but that's okay. We just need some wins, and that's why we're increasing the bets after losses, but just by 1 unit. All right, here we go. $99 total bet. That's a 20 black. That's another loss. So lots of losses in a row here for having 22 numbers covered. But guess what? It's roulette. Anything can happen. And that's why you need the patience and the bankroll to hang in there. And now we have a $110 total bet. And let's see if we can get a win. That's a 32 red. It's another loss. So we're getting a little bit of a hole here. We'll check our balance, make sure we have our plenty of bankroll left. And then we'll spin again. We have 11 on each. Okay, we're minus 324 right now. We can get some wins. We can turn that around. That's a 15 black. That's another loss. So that's a lot of losses in a row. In fact, I don't think I see any winning numbers on the entire page there. But we will try to dig ourselves out of this hole. Right now we're at minus 445. We're not done yet. We have that $1,000 bankroll. We just need to get some wins. So there we go. There's one. There's a 0. Okay, so we're going to repeat the bet. And remember, you can get a lot of wins in a row when you have 22 numbers covered. It's just you just never know when that's going to happen. You need the patience and bankroll, and you can see we just lost again. We only have one winning number out of that entire left-hand side of the screen there. Look at that. The 0 is the only winning number, which is pretty crazy when you consider we have so many numbers covered. Definitely have more numbers covered than not, but all the ones that are not are hitting right now, so we need to get some wins here. There's a 35 black. There's a win. We're at minus 402. Again, when we get wins and we're not in session profit, we're just going to rebet. There's a win. 1 red. Okay, we're minus 311 now. Let's spin. And let's see if we can get on a run here. There's a 26 black. All right, we've got a few wins in a row here now. We're minus 220. Let's spin again. That's a 5 red. I don't think that's a win. So we're going to increase again. We're minus 363. It was going really well there for a while, but again, that's why I'm playing longer, so you guys can see the good and the bad of every system. And lately, they've been starting out really good and then having some struggles late. But you know what? You need to see all those things to make a good determination of if this is right for you. So there's a 25 red. There's a win. And we're minus 265. Again, we have a $1,000 total bankroll. So we can still come back. And there's a 0. That's a win. Okay, so now we're minus 167, and we're going to rebet and spin. That's a 36 red. That's a win, so we're minus 69 now. Let's spin again. Again, we're not going to increase if we get a win, but we do need to keep the bet the same. There's another win. We're up 29. And let's spin again. Okay, that's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we're going to increase by 1 again. All right, 165 total bet. Here we go. That's a 9 red. That is a win. Okay, we'll take that. We're minus 20. We need to leave the bet the same till we're in session profit, or close to. That's a 23 red. That's a win. We're up 85. Let's repeat the bet. That's a 5 red. That's a loss. So we'll increase again. Check our balance. We're minus $80 right now. And here we go. That's a 24 black. That's a win. We're up 32 now. Again, we just need the patience and bankroll to get through this. Hopefully we will do it. There's a 34 red. That's a loss there, though. That wasn't a good one. So let's increase again. All right, 187 total bet. Again, we still have our $1,000 bankroll. That's a 20 black. That is a loss, so we will need to increase again. And let's go ahead and spin here. I'm going to tell you something else here in a second about when you get really bad luck like this, one way you can come back from it a little bit. There's a win. So you can see we're at minus 205. And you know, when we got back after all those losses, when we got back up 100 and something, one thing to learn from this is if you get in a really, really bad hole, and we got another win there, we're minus 79. If you get in a really bad hole and say you're down a lot and you come back and you're up hundreds of over $100 and you're not back in session profit, there's a loss there, so we'll increase. But it's okay to restart even if you're not in session profit. If you just got out of a big hole and you just want a fresh start, go ahead and do it. Don't feel like you have to stay in there. I'm going to stay in there because it's the system for this video, but remember, anytime you want to pull out with money that you didn't have before, that's a good thing. And that's a 10 black there. That's a win. We're minus 144. Again, leaving the bet the same until we get in session profit. But you don't have to. If you're close, that can be okay for you. As you can see, now we're getting in trouble again. We're minus 353, and the bets are getting larger. So if you do recover from horrible losses and you have profit, you can restart. You don't have to get back to where you were before. I think that's a good lesson for today. And now we're going to have 20 on each here. Let's see if we can get some wins. There we go. There's one. Okay. We're minus 213. Let's spin. See if we can get some wins here. All right. Another win. 0. Look at that. Minus 73. Just need to get some consecutive wins. And what we need for that is bankroll and patience. That's a 7 red. That is a loss. So we'll increase again. Make sure the bets are right there. All right, here we go. That's a 34 red. I think that's a loss. And it is. Let's check our balance. We're minus 524. We're getting in a little bit of trouble now. We need to get a win here. But it can definitely turn around in a hurry when you have more numbers covered than not. But it is roulette. Anything can happen. And obviously, we had plenty of chances to cash out when we were up a lot. But like I said, that's why I'm playing longer. I want you guys to know the good and the bad of every system. And there's a 12 red. There's a win. And let's rebet and see if we can get some wins in a row here. I want you guys to see what can happen when good things happen and what happens when bad things happen. And there's another win. Let's rebet and see if good things will start to happen. But if not, you know, let's see. Well, that's a loss there. Actually, that's a 5 red. So we'll need to increase again. And we need some good things to happen. That's why I always recommend cashing out if you get up a lot early, but I'm not going to do that because, like I said before, I want you guys to see the good and the bad. There for a while I was getting lots of comments that said, why did you play so short? You just get money. You just show us the side where you win and not where you possibly could lose. So that's why I'm playing longer, and we're going to stay the same after that one there, after that win. Let's see if we can get another one. That's a 20 black, though. I don't think that's a win. Okay, that's a loss. We're at minus 550. We're in a little bit of trouble here, guys. We're going to need to increase by 1 again. And all right, let's spin. Need to get this one. That is a 30 red. That's a win. Okay. Let's go ahead and spin again. See if we can get on a roll here. That's a 29 black. That's a win. Okay. We're at minus 214. See what we get here. That's a 25 red. That's a win. Okay. Let's spin again here. That's a 6 black. That is a loss. So we'll increase again. One too many on that one. There we go. All right, let's see where we're at. Minus 310. We need some good luck here. And let's see if we can get another win. That's a loss, though. That's a 20 black. So not looking good right now. We're minus 585. We need to get this one. We're going to increase again. Oops. All right, let's go ahead and spin and see if we can get a win. That's a 14 red. That's a win. Okay. Let's see if we can get some wins in a row here. That's a win. Okay, we're minus 221. Let's see what we get on this one. That's a 11 black. That's a win. Okay, we're minus 39. Here we go. That's a 16 red. Ooh, that's a loss. So we'll increase again. All right, let's spin here. $23 red. That is a win. And let's spin again. Leave the bet the same when you get the win. And that's a 36 red. I think that's a win. Okay, we're up 53. Let's spin again. And we got it. All right, so we recovered. So we needed all of that $1,000 bankroll to do so. Now we're up $242. That took a lot of patience and that $1,000 bankroll to do it, but we did get close to losing. So so definitely, I'm glad that you saw the good and the bad with this system, and I'm glad we finished out on top, just like we started. But I'd recommend cashing out early if you get up a lot like we did, just like in the previous one as well. But that's why I'm playing longer. I want you guys to see all of it. And thank you to Mark Pfeiffer for sending this one in. Thanks to all of you that are sending in bracket challenges for that are going to be coming up. And if you send one in that we haven't seen before, like this one, I'll play it in the morning as well. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think, if you like it, don't like it, or would modify it as usual. Also, too, I'm on Facebook now, so I'm posting the videos on there. If you're a Facebook user, please follow the Roulette Master on Facebook. And also, too, if you're having trouble navigating the videos, there's a playlist coming up here that you can click on with the top 10 most viewed videos. That might help you out. There's also a top 5 list. There's polls that come out every day at 8 a.m. If you want to take part in those, that would be fantastic. They're a lot of fun, but you know, only if you like taking polls. And I just really appreciate everyone's support of the channel, and I'm excited to see what happens with this bracket challenge. I'm going to start putting the brackets together once it closes on Mother's Day here. So let's see which systems make it to the end. It's pretty exciting. And thanks again, everyone, for your support and sending in modifications and new systems. Modifications can be just as good if as a new system if it makes an old system better. So keep that in mind. Keep sending those in. And I'm just really thankful to everyone in this great community. So this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.